All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to go over some of the data download information here. So on the global side, there was a data download. JP had one too, but we got the app update here on global. So this basically is introducing the, mirrored friend feature, mirrored friend leader. Basically, they're fixing the friend system. That's like the biggest thing, like everybody's wanted for such a long time. So if we go up here, this is the actual update. So 5.33.0 has been released. Duplicate your friend leader function is there. So if you go into, like, you're going into an event, you're picking your friend leader. If you scroll through, you'll see all the guests. You'll see friend above a lot of the leaders. The one that does not have that is going to be your copied leader, right? It's going to be your duplicate leader. So whoever you are running, you can run the exact same character as your leader. Dude, this is something that we've been asking for years, and it took them 11 years to do it. Actually crazy, but this is such a great update. It's much better late than never, I'll tell you that. And I know this is gonna make a lot of people happy. This is gonna make showcases a lot easier too, right? When you don't have to worry about like hoping someone has a friend of this unit, or you want to run a specific team and no one summons for that unit, or no one puts that unit as their friend character. Like, this is gonna make things so much easier, man, just to build out your teams and make your friend leads. They did also add in the leader search button. So you can do the leader search function here. Basically, you go into your box, right? You can turn on the leader search, and then you can filter the way you want to build it out. So they even give you a little breakdown right here. So when filtering Dragon Ball Saga category plus AGL, you turn leader search on, the following characters will appear in the leader search. So you've got the Dragon Ball Saga character lead, you got AGL lead, and strengthens characters of all types. So, it's very cool the way that they've done this. It makes it searching for a leader for a certain category much easier than having to like try to remember who was the best leader for what categories, who linked up better with who, and like all this stuff. Like, you'll be able to search through this stuff way easier now, which is fantastic. So definitely play around with this a little bit, kind of figure it out. I'm still kind of playing around with it. I had work today, so I'm dealing with like trying to figure out all the ins and outs of all these updates. But all in all, man, this is such a great update that they did. Everything to focus on the leaders, the friend leads, the leader search function. This is so good, man. I'm glad that they're finally doing this. And then they just did some user interface stuff and fixed some bugs. So typical stuff. So if we go here, we're looking at Twitter. We're on Proton's page. Thank you again, Proton, for everything you do for data downloads. So we have the app update. Obviously, we just went over all that information. Then we've got some of the alternate red zones and supreme innocent battle stages. So they are being consolidated, right? So a lot of people still kind of confused by this. The way that they're doing this is instead of, so like the best way I can kind of describe it here, let's go to, so this is the actual breakdown where they talk about it here. The best way that I can kind of display this. So if you go under your challenge tab on your game, and you've got like all the events that you can kind of scroll down, you're scrolling, trying to find the specific red zone that you're looking for. Basically what they've done is they consolidated all the red zones under like one tab. So basically you're in challenge, there's one tab that's basically just gonna say ultimate red zone. You're gonna click on that, and that's gonna bring you to that actual event. And level 1 is gonna start off with GT Edition Stage 1. It's gonna go to Stage 2, 3, 4, 5, so on until you finish the GT phase, or the GT red zones, and then it goes into the movie edition. So they're released in order from the way that they were released in game, but they're all just under one umbrella is kind of the way it is. It's an easy way to explain it. So you can just kind of scroll through all these to find the stage. A lot of people aren't gonna like this. I think this still kind of clutters a little bit, but it does get rid of like all the extra like little events under that tab, right? Trying to scroll through there and try to find it. Although this does make it a little bit, I guess, harder to find the exact what you're looking for under that umbrella. But dude, it's a double-edged sword, really, trying to clean this thing up. Supreme Innocent Battle is the exact same way, right? They get rid of all the additional like little events and just put it all under one umbrella. So they did renew these as well. So basically the stages are going to count as new stages. So if you've already cleared them, you can go back through and clear them again, and you will get the reward, the Dragon Stone, for clearing the stage. They did not renew the missions, but they are going to add new missions along with these stages being renewed. So very cool. The Extreme Z battle for the STR LR Super Saiyan Goku. So this is the Carnival unit. This is the first Carnival LR EZA that we have ever gotten. So we'll go over his details a little bit. We'll kind of take a snapshot. We did make a video breaking it down, so if you guys want to check that out, I've got that on the channel as well. We go in full in depth looking at his EZA, and he drops actually tonight along with the start of the Countdown campaign. Battlefield 97, so the 11th anniversary special edition is going to be on here. We got some countdown images, tickets, wallpapers, and limited time boosts. So let's look through here. So basically this is all the red zone stuff. So red zone stages, Supreme Magnificent battle stages. This stuff goes live again. Like if you look at your game right now, all the red zones and all the blue zones are gone, except for maybe the artificial life forms, because that one's not being integrated in there just yet. That one will come later. This stuff will all be available when the Countdown campaign officially begins tonight, midnight Eastern, right? 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, or, you know, general math of whatever time zone you happen to be in. We get on here, so we got the EZA for the Goku. So like I said, dude, this guy, I think he looks decently good. I think I'm okay with what they did here. He still has a little bit of this, like, I don't like his active skill where he's got to hit 10 times in order to get it. They can't really do anything about that. They tried to make up for it a little bit here in his kit. We're given a bunch of damage reduction early on. His 12 key super gives him a 5-turn defensive buff. Like, it's like attack and defensive buff, but mainly for the defense. That's huge. No guard, which I didn't like, but all of the damage reduction, all of the added defense here, I think is going to make him look pretty good in the shorter content. I think once you get into the long form content, that's where he's going to suffer a little bit more, or struggle a little bit more, I should say. But that short-term content, man, he's gonna be very good, I think. Then we look here. This is just showing you right here. So on the 22nd, this is, I'll probably zoom in on this a little bit, huh? Let's do that so you can kind of see that a little better. So yeah, midnight Eastern, this guy will be live. That is when the official Countdown campaign begins and all the fun starts. Let's go through here. So this is just the special edition for the Battlefield. So they did drop the character limit down to just 35. So it's going to be just a couple stages. It's going to be probably a little bit tougher fights to kind of make up for the lack of added fights. But when they did this before, it was phenomenal. I absolutely love this. I wish they would just make this a permanent way of doing Battlefield, because I don't know, man, Battlefield sometimes just feels tedious to me, and let's be honest, I forget to go through it all the time and get all the rewards because I don't care for it as much. So with it like this, it's just much easier to get done. We do have countdown images, so let's look at these. So 7 days until the 11th anniversary. So everything here I think is actually Buu Saga related, because Daima being part 1 does go directly into the Buu Saga. So yeah, so there we got, yep, and then Majin Buu, Shenron, okay, yep, the LR Gohan here, and then, okay, Goku and Kid Buu, man, I'm telling you, dude, if they pull a bait and switch and we get Kid Buu for part 2, you might be able to hear me scream from wherever you are. I might yell so loud that you will be able to hear it from across the world. But dude, if they give us this kid LR Kid Buu for part 2, man, I will lose my mind. Tickets. So this is the summon tickets. So you'll be able to get these. This is the summon on the 11th anniversary. Like, call them side banners. It used to be basically a bunch of side banner units that were on this banner. Now they're actually implementing characters from Dokkan Fest and Carnivals from 2022 to 2024. So you're able to pick up some of these better characters with these, and that's actually crazy that they actually did that. So we kind of went over that a little bit in the breakdown video for the actual reveal. So again, if you want to more in depth on that, you can go check that out as well. wallpapers. So these are the special wallpapers that you're getting from collecting those 10th anniversary year reward tickets. You know, every month they've redone the panel missions. You get those reward tickets. You can use those to redeem these wallpapers. So here we go. Here is the first one. They did show this one to us before. So it is the Trunks and Broly versus Hachiyak from the actual quest mode. Then this is just kind of a representation and a thing for like the red zones. So they have a bunch of like the red zone bosses in here from the past years. And then this one, dude, is actually really cool. So this is a special anniversary wallpaper where they kind of go through all the anniversary characters. They kind of blink in and out. I actually have it pulled up here and you can actually see it is fully animated, and they just go through all of the anniversary characters and it just kind of like blinks through in the background. It's in one of those animated wallpapers. It's constantly moving. I think this is really cool. I think this is really, really cool. I want to see how far it goes, actually. So there we go. So there's some 10th anniversary, still some 9th anniversary. Yup, okay. Yeah, dude. Vegito. Oh, dude, they even got Super Saiyan 3 Daima mini Vegeta in there because he was, I guess, pseudo anniversary. They finish on Gogeta by himself. Okay. I was wondering if they were going to add in the Daima characters because they are technically anniversary characters now. Maybe they'll add them in later. Who knows? But right now, dude, I think that is so cool. I like that wallpaper a lot. Oh, and then we get another one here for the actual like Genki Dama festival that is supposed to take place on the 25th. This is just like the poster for it. So we're getting that as a wallpaper as well. Very, very cool. Time limited buffs. So we got time limited buffs here for the LR Gohan and Goten. I almost said Gohan and Trunks. Gohan and Goten, and then the physical LR Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta. So a couple of Majin Buu Saga buffs here. So these guys, you know, they're getting their buffs. Here's their normal kits right here. Their normal kits through here. And then if you look at the actual buffs they're getting, so the Gohan and Goten are going to get extra 4 ki, 500% attack, 1700% defense, and 100% crit. While Vegeta is getting 4 ki, 200% attack, 400% defense, and 100% crit. Now, there's a big difference here between their numbers, and I think that just has to do with the fact that Vegeta is a quote-unquote newer EZA than the Gohan and Goten. Because if you look down here, the Vegeta, he did EZA back in December of 24, while the Gohan and Goten, they EZA'd back in October of 23. So quite a bit of difference there for these guys in their EZAs. And that really shows in their stats here. So very, very excited to use these guys out again. I do love that they do these time limited buffs during some of these bigger celebrations now. Makes it more fun. You know, you don't have to give these characters their super EZA yet. It just brings them back into the fold. You're able to use them on these teams, and it's just a lot of fun. Stamina refresh schedule. So 1 stamina every 3 minutes. So that is good, starting from the countdown all the way through the end of the anniversary, basically. So the 10th of March, I think, is kind of what we're looking at for the end. So being able to refresh your stamina is great. Link level, player rank, all that good stuff. You'll be able to go through the events a lot more. Title screen home page. So we got the background music. So We Got a Power is going to be playing. Says the whole time. So we'll see if they switch that up. Sometimes they switch that up depending on the part that's going on. So it could just be a placeholder, but we'll see. But that will be playing in the background. So if anybody does, you know, record content or, you know, does anything for these games and everything like that, make sure you pay attention to this because copyright music will get you striked. Boost schedule. Okay, so just boost refreshes. Okay, great. And that's really it. Oh yeah, someone talked about the Festival of Battles had a new like tab in the news. I don't know what they did. They didn't do anything. They just like refreshed the news for it, and that was like it. There's nothing new added. So it could mean that they're going to add something in the future, but as of right now, nothing new's been added to the Festival Battles. All right, last thing we're going to look at here is the missions. So we'll go through here real quick. So, oh yeah, this event's coming back. So this right here, the ultimate technique sees victory with Spirit Bomb. This was an event during the 8th anniversary where, you know, you go through, you use the Spirit Bomb was kind of the whole gimmick on Kid Buu, Shenron. That was the event. That event, like a lot of people don't like it. It's not very good. It's not very fun. You know, you got to do a certain amount of damage. You got to do certain conditions. It's not a very fun fight. It's not a very good fight. But you can get some of these, you know, Genki Dama, Spirit Bomb energies here. So you go through the event, you do different missions, and you'll be able to collect these, trade them in the Baba shop for different rewards. This is going to be available starting on the 25th, which is the same day that the Genki Dama Festival is supposed to begin. So it makes sense. The Spirit Bomb, the energy, all that stuff coming back for the Genki Dama Festival, because Genki Dama is the Spirit Bomb. So this is very cool. We'll get these, be able to trade them in for rewards. Don't know what yet. I don't think they have them in the shop. Let's see if we can see if anything pops up here. Yeah, nothing up in the shop yet. So we won't know what these are just yet, but we'll find out once this actually goes live here on the 25th. But just a bunch of different missions, right? Complete stages. You get a bunch of these, complete with certain characters, certain key spheres collected, and then for the actual stage itself, it's going to be like dealing a certain amount of damage in each stage, and you'll collect these, complete it within X amount of turns, complete with no support items. For Supreme Innocent Battle, so again, like I said, they're going to add new missions to this. They're not revamping the missions, so you can't recomplete missions to get more rewards. You can only just rerun the stages, right? Rerun the stages, you'll get the dragon set for completing the stage. The missions don't change, but they are adding in new missions, which are these here, right? So clear stage 8 with 6 characters of transformation boost, 14 with 6 tournament participants, so on. They're going to do a couple of the different stages using certain category type characters, and you're going to be able to earn extra dragon stones, extra rewards here, which is great. And then once you clear all the stages, you get another extra 10 stones, which is awesome. Red zone, same deal. So certain stages, certain characters, or certain categories to beat those stages, kind of go through. There's a bunch of these in here, and then yeah, dude, that's awesome. Getting the extra stones from this is going to be great. Let's see, what is this one? This is just for the EZA. Okay, so for the EZA for the Super Saiyan Goku LR, and I think that's it. So I mean, countdown starts tonight. I hope you guys are ready. 11th anniversary is coming very, very soon. And I'll tell you right now, your boy's pumped. I am so pumped. I'm so ready. I love anniversary time. I love GDC time. I love these big celebrations. There's so much hype generator on the game. There's so much more interest in the game. It's so great to engage with you guys and to engage with more people, seeing more people interested in everything going on. It's just so, yeah, I love it, man. I love it. So, you know, stick around. We got some good content coming up for the anniversary. This will be my first anniversary as a content creator, so it's gonna be a wild ride, and I am so looking forward to it. But that does it here for the data download video. So if you guys did stick around to the end, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of everything coming for this data download, everything that we know coming up for the countdown celebration leading up to the 11th anniversary with Daima leading the charge as part 1. Let me know if there's anything that I missed in here or anything that you guys want more information about, and I will be sure to do my best to get all that stuff out to you guys. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!